So let's turn for a minute to some of the other videos that have definitely brought a lot of interest to your channel. The exposed videos. So, you know, obviously it's not my position to really have an opinion either way if they're good or they're bad, but from a, you know, but I would say that I'm rather impressed with the amount of work that you've obviously put into those videos. So I guess a couple of questions I have on that is, how do you select the topic that you're going to discuss, and then how do you go about researching it out before you shoot the video?
Well, I suppose to start, I view my videos as kind of like wake-up calls. Well, that's why I'd like to view them.
Mm-hmm.
They're not designed to ruin or destroy anything. They're designed to kind of a reality check, a wake-up call.
Mm-hmm. And
how I choose whatever topic I'm going to talk about is if it annoys me. That's really the reason. If it annoys me enough, I want to speak about it.
Yeah.
So, and then once I've seen enough to, it's never one thing. That's the thing. It's always like a selection and a collection of different issues that have kind of annoyed me enough to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't just see this person has made one mistake, I'm gonna go after them. It's they've done this, and this. Mm-hmm. So now it's wake up call time.
Right.
And then once I've picked the topic or person I'm going to talk about, I'll generally already know what the issues have been that have annoyed me. I've seen them. Mm-hmm. And then I'll go into depth in looking at how that's happened, what's happened, what does it do, is it breaking a law, is it doing this. Most of the time I'll already know, and that's why it annoys me. And then I'll write a script, and at the moment I'm getting more into the making it more entertaining, I mm-hmm. suppose, because if you don't, the overall purpose of the video is to be viewed, and it's supposed to get those points of view out there. But if no one actually watches the video in full, then there's almost no point. Yes. So you have to make the video entertaining. You kind of have to get out the laser pointer and look over here, keep your attention, because if you don't, then the arguments that are made are not listened to. Mm-hmm. So I write the script thinking about that and thinking, okay, if I split it into 3, this bit I'll be sitting here, this bit I'll be sitting here, this bit I'll do this edit, this bit I'll put a light on it or whatever, to keep people watching it, so mm-hmm. that the actual points that I raise are heard.
I think everybody's entitled to an opinion, and sometimes we just don't want to be told, you know, what that opinion might be and all of that. So obviously this has led to a lot of, well, let's call them trolls, and all the fun stuff that has come about after a couple of the videos. And you know, what advice could you give to other channels that might be doing kind of similar content, where when it's amplified to the kind of the tune that some of your videos have been amplified to, what is the advice you could offer?
Well, I'd say most of the time the people that are talking are incredibly misinformed. You'll find that, like, you'll see and realize that a lot of the arguments that are made and people who are just going straight after you haven't watched what you've said or listened to. People will hear what you say and twist it to the way that they want it to. They'll twist it to what they want to hear, and whether that's anything that you actually said is can be another case. So I'd say most of the time people who comment and are in whatever insulting or threatening or any of that stuff, a lot of the time they're going to forget about it tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So you should probably do the same. Mm-hmm. I don't spend too much time on the comments. I'll spend the first, like when I upload a video, I'll spend the first while that the video is up looking at them, but after that, I don't care. I suppose it's irrelevant what most people think on certain things. It's about whether I personally believe these things to be the case. I'm happy to be wrong, but when most of the comments are not telling you that you're wrong, or are just saying you're wrong, and that's it, I'm happy for a reasonable debate. I'm happy for people to say that I agree with some points, I disagree with others. That's fine. I'm happy for that. But most of the time that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's a very negative thing. And I suppose it's often said that I'm perpetuating the negativity or whatever, but I'd argue that overall, without some negativity to start, there's nothing to talk about. So there's no, I suppose, expose on a guy being really, really nice and doing all these things that are perfectly legal and doing these, like, there's none of that. So when people try and fight in comments, I let them. I don't really respond. I try my very best not to respond to anything. Just think what you want to think.
Well, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any further questions, be sure to visit us at thepedalguide.com. But in the meantime, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and also be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for weekly videos and tutorials. Thanks for stopping by here at thepedalguide.com, where I love pedals and so do you.